How to shoot a bow starting from scratch. Welcome to LNG Outdoors. I'm Landon. This is Archery Series Episode 1, where we are going to talk about purchasing one of these guys. Number 1 on the list. When you are searching, you should know that archery is a lot like golf. Just because you buy a better club does not mean you're going to be better at it. It doesn't mean you're going to shoot better, shoot more accurate. You know, it doesn't really mean that. It's like taking the crappiest clubs that you can find at a pawn shop or Walmart or whatever, and then go facing Tiger Woods. Give him those clubs and you take his clubs, and then man, he's still going to smoke you. I mean, he's just good at what he does, and it doesn't matter that you have the best of the best. If you suck, you suck. When you purchase these things, don't buy the most expensive thing you come up with, because you may not even like archery. You may pick it up, shoot it a couple times, and be like, I really don't care for this. I'm going back to my gun, something like that, which is fine. Which is fine. It's what you prefer, but start low. Start low on totem pole. It doesn't mean it's a bad bow just because you pay $400 or $500 for a bow, or even a used bow. You can go to archery shops and buy a used one, a last year's model or a few years ago model. That's fine. This is actually a Hoyt Carbon Matrix. This is the one that I use every season, and this bow is pretty old. I mean, it's, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years old, something like that. Maybe, something like that. Anyways, I love it. I mean, this is my go-to. I haven't bought a bow since. I mean, I'll put accessories on it, string it every year or so, and I love it. I mean, I wish it was a little faster, but hey, I have no complaints. It's a great bow, so I'll never trade it in. It's gonna be mine forever.
It's mine and it's mine and it's mine forever.
If you got the money to go out there and drop, $1,500 on a setup, fine, whatever, it's your money. But just know that you don't have to, that you newbies, man, start with something less. There's a ton of manufacturers out there. There's Hoyt, Matthews, Prime, Bowtech, Bear, Mission. There's a ton out there, and just look for the less expensive one. Try it out, see what you think. Also buy cheap arrows. You're new, unless you go to an archery shop where they've got a backstop that'll stop you, even if you shoot like a mile to the left, and you'll still catch your arrow. Buy cheap arrows. You're gonna break them, you're gonna lose them if you have a target in your backyard, you're gonna miss, and it's not like they come back down and sticking up where you can just pull them out of the ground. That doesn't happen that way. They go and they slide underneath the grass, and they become ninjas, man. You can't even find those things. I've got arrows in the backyard that I lost probably 6 years ago, and I still haven't found them suckers. I don't think I ever will. They're probably, they're carbon, so they're gonna still be there, but hey, whatever. Everything else is probably rusted out of them. Let's see. So if you do go to the archery shop, they're gonna measure your draw length.
And we're gonna put a happy little bush right down over here in the corner there. And that'll just be our little secret. And if you tell anyone that bush is there, I will come to your house and I will...
When they measure your draw length, that really and truly is a starting point. They'll probably take a ruler or something like that, stick it in your chest, and say, hey, put your fingers out as far as you can, see where they're at. If it's 26 inches or something like that, it's a good place to start. It is not where you need to stick, okay? You need to start the bow there, make your draw length 26 inches or whatever this comes out to be. Some archery shops do it a little different. Some you put your hands out and they'll measure you like that, and then some are like this, like I just showed you. Anyways, starting point, get there, see how you like it, pull it back. If it's too much, tell them they'll adjust your cams a little bit if they can, even if they gotta adjust the D-loop or something a little bit, a couple of millimeters to get it just right. Because sometimes these are kind of hard to get exactly right, because you got Allen wrenches and you move them to clicks, and it's that. So you can get them super close, and if you're still a couple of millimeters off, man, shorten your D-loop, lengthen it a little bit, not a long ways, because you don't want this like 2-inch D-loop and look all stupid. And also, if you have a shorter draw length, your bow don't shoot as fast because it doesn't have as much time as the arrow on the string to keep pushing, so you got a shorter draw length. It shoots slower. So you kind of want as long as you can, but that fits perfect. If that may be kind of a weird way to put it. Anyways, maybe you shouldn't worry about that. Maybe you should just get your draw length perfect. My computer of points over here just went to sleep. Okay, let's see, draw poundage. That's kind of a sticky thing, you know. You hear your buddy shooting 60, 65, 70 pounds, you know, they could even have 62 pounds, 63 pounds, you know, whatever. Don't worry about that just yet. If you can have, like, say 60 pounds as your max, lower that dude to around 50. Get used to shooting it, get your muscles. You're gonna use muscles that you never had before. You're gonna start pulling them back and you're gonna be amazed on what you can use. I've heard of guys who are big muscle bound.
Like how far?
Oh, all the way back.
I can't do it. Can like what?
Well, if you may not be able
I'm
to. I
not
don't
strong
know.
enough.
Probably not.
Can't pull bows back. You know, they do their best and they can't pull it back, and you got some scrawny dude pulling it right back like nothing. It's just what muscles you're used to using. Let me tell you, it is not like a gun. You don't set it on a bench and you sight your crosshairs in for whatever, 150 yards, 200 yards, and then you're good, you know. This bow takes practice. Now, I'm not saying that guns are easy and that you don't need practice with them, but arrows are different. They're just different. They're more of a subconscious, more of a feel, because you feel the bow, you feel the tension, you can feel the arrow being released from the bow. It's just kind of a, to me, it's kind of a more of a part of me type tool that just become one with. It may kind of sound weird, but you can ask an archer that's done it a lot, man. They can actually feel if something's funky, if there's a vibration is different. It's just a whole different experience than a gun, and it's going to take you time to learn. So definitely understand that if you get into archery, you're going to be in for the long haul. It's not going to be a 2-month thing and then you're going to be shooting X's. You know, it's going to be, some of those people that are in, you know, doing the Olympic Games and stuff like that, they've been doing this stuff for years and years and years, and they're still learning each and every day. They're still battling their mind. Getting your mind out of the way is the ultimate goal, is for it to shoot subconsciously. That's the ultimate goal. You want to learn to shoot subconsciously, and that's what we're going to go over for the next, you know, it's going to take us a while to get there because we got to go through the parts and pieces, especially today, like I was saying. You know, buy inexpensive, get your draw length right, talk to people in your local archery shops. So be patient. This was episode 1 on purchasing one of these guys, and stay tuned, man. Second episode is going to be the parts of this bow, the riser, the limbs, the, you know, just everything. We're going to go over everything. So anyways, stay tuned. See you in the next episode. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, releases. Get you a good release. You don't want a cheap release. You know, those I wouldn't chintz on or cheap out on. You know, Scots make good releases. That's what I use. I like them. They're expensive. You know, they can get a couple $100. It's like having a cheap scope on a really nice gun, you know? Why? I would rather have a lesser gun and a more expensive scope, you know? So it's something to think of. Don't cheap out on your releases. Whether it be a thumb release or a finger release, whatever you choose, just make sure it's a good one. Scott's a good brand. Do some research. Okay, well, this was episode 1. Y'all be careful how you purchase. Don't go overboard. Thank you very much.